let's talk a little bit about filing an injury claim. How long do you have if you have an injury before you can, or do you have before it runs out filing those claims?
Sure. So we call this your statute of limitations is what we call it in the law. And that simply means what is the time period that you have to either resolve out your claim with an insurance company or file a lawsuit. And in Alabama, for a personal injury claim, you're looking at a 2-year statute of limitations. And this is going to vary from state to state. So Tennessee has a 1-year statute of limitations. And, just depending on what state it happens in, the state law will provide that answer for you. How long do you have from the date that an injury accrues or an act of negligence occurs to when you can or will need to have filed your lawsuit? And that can vary for the type of case as well. So, for example, in a contracts case, breach of contract, you would have 6 years in the state of Alabama to bring a claim for that. And if you're a minor, that affects it. So, someone under the age of 19 in the state of Alabama would have 2 years from the date that they turned 19 in which to file a lawsuit. So if mom and dad didn't do it for them, they would still be able to bring a case when they reach the age of majority in the state of Alabama, which is 19 years old. Additionally, it's different in medical malpractice cases, at least for minors. So, someone who's an infant would have at least until their 4th birthday. And then there's some different rules for different aged minors. But it is a little more specific under a medical malpractice setting than it is in just a normal personal injury setting. So it can get confusing, but by and large, the rule is in Alabama, from the date that you are injured, you have 2 years to bring a lawsuit. If your loved one were to pass away, you'd have 2 years from the date of their death to bring a wrongful death action. So it does vary greatly from type of case to type of case, from the state that it happens in to all of those different things, but always best to check with a lawyer just to verify.
Absolutely. We do have a caller right now. Howie is joining us on the line. Howie, what is your question?
Yeah, hi. I was sued in a district court case within 2 years, and I lost, and I'm appealing it to the circuit court. The judge in the district court had made voice recording of the proceedings, and I want to know if I can get a transcript of that recording. Is it admissible in the circuit court case, either as direct evidence to impeach a witness or just as rebuttal, or is it just generally not allowed?
Yeah, so potentially, you would need to contact the district court's office and ask for the transcript. You will have to pay money that's not free. They don't typically transcribe those hearings unless someone were to request it, and so they will charge a fee associated with that. But if that witness was sworn in, you have a good argument if you can prove that they were lying under oath and use it for impeachment purposes like you suggest. But you will, need to contact the courthouse and get a copy of that transcript. First, they'll have to transcribe it for you. So that will cost some money, but it is available for a fee.
All right, thank you for your call, Howie. Let's go to the lines now. We have Hank standing by. Good morning, Hank. You can go ahead with your question.
Yes, I was just wondering, someone got, say, evicted from an apartment. How long does it take to get that eviction off so they can actually rent something else?
So they've got, essentially what you're talking about is they've got a finding on their credit. Generally those roll off in 7 years, I believe, in the state of Alabama. And so you need to have a clean credit report for 7 years, and then the negative items would roll off.
All right. If you did not get your questions answered, remember, you can always call our friends over at Timberlake and League, the number right there on your screen. William Messervy, thank you so much for being with us.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
We'll be right back.